This is the same car, before and after. And this wasn't a respray. It was patience and technique and a weekend in the driveway. This paint is original. It's over 20 years old and it shows. Swirls, water spots, oxidation. The kind of stuff that makes most people say, just respray it. But with good resprays costing upwards of $5,000, that's a non-starter. Today, I want to see just how much of the original paint is hiding underneath that swirly mess. To do that, we're going to be performing a paint correction and ceramic coating of this car. But before we even touch this polisher, we need to understand what we're working with. Coming around to the front of the car, you can see large scratches, many swirls, and a whole lot of oxidation. All this orange peel. It's kind of blurry where the light is. You can also see micro abrasions and swirls. This makes the car's paint look dull when it's sitting in the sunlight. With some polish and ceramic coat, we're going to turn all of that into a smooth, glossy finish. Now, GM's paint from this era isn't thick, so we need to be extremely careful not to burn through the paint with the polisher. To ensure that, we're going to be using a light cutting pad and a light polish. No compounding, no cutting, just a simple one-step polish, and then ceramic coating over the top. This is going to remove all those surface defects that we showed before, the light swirls, the light scratches, oxidation, and water spots. And hopefully any other imperfections that are in the paint. But paint correction starts well before the polisher comes out. So let's get the car washed, cleaned, decontaminated, then it'll be ready to go. Now that the car is hand washed, we're going to rinse it and refoam it. This next step is extremely important, clay bar. The clay bar acts as a kind of sticky putty that's going to glide across the surface and pick up any contaminants stuck in the clear coat. Here you can see non-clay barred paint. Hear how rough it is, how it sounds. To remove this, break yourself off a decent sized chunk. You're able to rework this, but the surface needs to be lubricated. So let's rinse and refoam. Working on a lubricated surface, long strokes, no swirls. You don't want to create more work for yourself in the polishing stage. You should be able to begin to feel it start to work. Start pulling up some of the contaminants. It will become more slick under the fingers. Now, since owning this car, I've never clay barred it because I knew I wanted to polish and ceramic coat it. This is the result on the hood after one pass. So all we'll do is rework it back into it and begin with a new side. Time to dry and get the car put back in the garage ready for polish. With the car dry, that has already made a discernible difference in the look of the paint. Let's take it one step further and get it prepped and polished. I'm going to be using the hood as my example, working in this 2x2-ish area and get this polished first. So you'll be able to see the difference between an unpolished and a polished side. I'm starting with this Griot's Garage correcting pad. It's not too aggressive, as well as this Meguiar's fine cut cleaner. Again, not aggressive at all, which should protect this thin GM paint. It should be enough. To begin polishing, we'll apply our pad to the center of our polisher. A few dabs of polish is all it'll take. Starting on the lowest setting that your polisher will allow, you'll begin to work it in smooth motions, overlapping in the small area you've mapped out. We've got a pretty good example here of a deep scratch. We might be able to see that get removed. With your small area polished, take a high pile buffing towel and buff the area clean, removing all the excess polish. So in just this section of the hood that I've completed, there was some pretty heavy defecting. Here's the before. And you can see that haziness, there's a few swirls and some micro abrasions. And here you can see that haziness has gone. There's still some micro swirls, but it is nowhere near as bad. A lot of the surface defects have been removed. Overall, this is a huge improvement. So off camera, I'm going to do the rest of this car, and then we'll see what it looks like ceramic coated. That should help to fill in a lot of these smaller scratches. With the hood polished in its entirety, we can go ahead and put on some panel prep. This panel prep by Gyeon is going to remove any polish left over, compound, whatever it may be, and leave you with a gleaming surface in which to apply your ceramic coating. So let's go ahead, spray this down and buff it out. A good alternative to panel prep is regular isopropyl alcohol. I think as far as polishing goes, this hood is as good as it's gonna get. There were some extremely heavy defects built up over the last 20 years, and GM is not known for its particularly thick paint. So I'm happy with the results. I think it's a significant step up to how it was before. We removed all of that haziness, the water spotting, and some swirls. Now it's time to go ahead and lay the coating down on top. The coating I've decided to go with is the Gyeon Mohs EVO. This is one of the best consumer-friendly coatings. It's extremely easy to use, and if you have the ability to follow instructions, extremely simple, well thought out instructions on how to prep and maintain your coating, you should go ahead and hit the affiliate link down below to pick up your own ceramic coating, as well as any of the other equipment I've used today. You can go ahead and grab all of that below and do this yourself. The coating is a 30ml bottle and comes with its own applicator pad. It's extremely easy to use. Apply a few drops to the applicator, lay it down in a small area, overlapping each pass. Wait for it to bead, sweat, or flash. Whatever term you use, you'll notice it's ready when you start getting little water droplets on the top of your car. That's when it's time to buff it out. So, let's see how easy it is. Give it enough time, buff it off until it's nice and shiny. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of the hood off camera, and then we can finally see what this car looks like fully ceramic. What an absolutely huge difference this has made. Here's the before, and here's the after. Look at that. It is like glass. There are still some defects. That will be the case. But my days, is that ever better. For a 20-year-old car, this is absolutely gleaming. Yes, there's still a few rock chips, there's still a few heavy scratches, that one is still there, but it's not the end of the world. It is protected from these things happening in the future. It looks fantastic. It is extremely glossy and smooth to the touch. So all we have to do is let it cure for a few days, and this car will be protected with regular maintenance for up to 3 years. Now, what's the regular maintenance, you might ask? Well, that's topping it up with some ceramic detailer. Gyeon makes a good product. There's so many out there. Just topping up the ceramic coating every now and then to make sure it still has a good layer. Making sure this car stays clean, removing any bird muck, any tree sap, any road tar that might accumulate during normal driving. Just making sure it's taken care of fairly quickly to maintain that coating on the top. If you guys are as impressed with the results as I am, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss more. We've just bought a new car, so make sure you subscribe to see what that is. There's a video coming out soon where I will be doing the same thing to that. It's a black car and the results are even better. And again, if you want to try this out for yourself, go ahead and hit the Amazon affiliate link below where you can pick up some of this Gyeon Mohs EVO ceramic coating, as well as any of the other products you like the look of. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.